Hello everyone. Today we just got some news that Infosys has laid off around 700 freshers. Of course, the management gave an explanation saying that those employees did not clear some internal assessment during the training, and it is just a part of the training process that happens every year. But what I would like to convey in this video is that the hiring and firing culture has come to India. We have adopted it from maybe US or the Western countries, and it is here to stay. The future is going to be even worse. The Indian society has not seen such hiring and firing in the previous generation, that is our parents' generation. In those days, maybe up to 1990s or early 2000 or even up to 2010, I would say private sector jobs were very limited. Mostly the employment was generated in government and in government sector companies. And generally, they don't lay off employees because of inefficiency or whatever. They try to continue them. They will try to continue the losses and try to cover up those losses using taxpayers' money. But after the liberalization, things have changed a lot. Private sector has been the sector that has been creating a lot of employment, and the government is not creating jobs. When private sector is creating more jobs, when private sector is running the economy, the associated problems will be there. One such problem is hiring and firing. The society is looking down upon the people who lost the job. Sometimes they even frown or they talk negatively about the person who lost the job. This has to change and will eventually change. And one more thing I would like to tell to those freshers who lost their job. Many a times companies don't lay off because of your problem, they lay off because of their problem as well. Okay. And I just give you one example that happened in my own life. I sat for a campus interview way back in 2006. I got the job. My close friend, who was my benchmate, my classmate, who studied engineering with me for 4 years, he also attended the same interview, same campus recruitment process. I could crack it, he could not. By no means I would say I am very good compared to him in academics. But the thing is, the kind of exam, the aptitude exam or mathematics, whatever the questions that appeared in the question paper, was not his cup of tea. He failed in the exam and then he went for an MBA because he didn't get a job. And then he is today, maybe around 19 years later, is the regional manager of one of the biggest media company in the country. Whereas I don't think I am leading a better life than him. Many people who failed to get a corporate job or failed to crack UPSC, they have achieved something bigger. And if you consider some examples, superstar Rajnikant, he left his government job, the so-called conductor job. And many such people, if you are from South India, if you know senior NTR who worked as the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh, he was once a sub-registrar. They just left their jobs voluntarily. Some people, they did not get the jobs. Like many times, Amitabh Bachchan sir told that he wanted to get into Air Force, but he could not. And he became the superstar. And now there is no one in India who doesn't know Amitabh Bachchan. So getting a job is not something that is going to change your life, and not getting the job is not something that is going to ruin your life. The only thing I would like to say is that job is not the right one for you. There is something better that is waiting. One more thing, once you are laid off, what will happen to me? What will the other company that gives me a job thinks? Generally, nothing happens because even the new company understands the situation now, And during the COVID period, there was an over hiring that happened. During 2020 second half, that is when the lockdown was over, the companies started their projects. From that moment till 2022 first half, there was over hiring. And after that, the things were not good for the industry. So there were no new projects. Many old projects were stalled due to budget issues or due to the customers backing out. Many things happened, and the growth that the corporates expected did not happen. So, most of the corporates want to cut their costs, stopped hiring. So, it is not the employee's problem, it is the problem of those corporates who did overhire 2 years ago. So remember this, and don't try to lose your hope. The only thing that you have lost is an employer for you. There is a new employer waiting, and all the best. You are gonna rock in your life. Thanks a lot.